My name is Astrid Gynnild, and I'm a professor of journalism and media studies at the University of Bergen in Norway. So you can easily film areas, nature catastrophes, whatever, without actually having to be in a helicopter. Go back in history like 4 or 5 years, and then there were demonstrations in different parts of the world, for instance in Poland and in Russia and other countries. And with drone technologies, it was possible to actually capture and film these demonstrations from an aerial perspective, and that means that you saw the full demonstration from angles that you had never seen before. I think it's very important to teach journalists about drones, both how to use them and how not to use them, and so that they get to know this technology. Today students are going out in the real world as reporters. They will meet drones and drone clips and people working with drones in so many areas of civic life. Drones are becoming a million industry, not only in the Nordic countries, but in other parts of the world too. So just to write about drone technologies, you should understand how it works. When you work with drones, you are suddenly in another world when it comes to legislation, because you have to relate to aviation laws, and these are international legislation. It's not allowed to fly higher than 120 meters, for instance, and you have to respect that you are not allowed to be close to airports. Not too close to people who have not said yes to it, but this is the way it is practiced in Norway. Now I know that Finland is very liberal, so there are very few rules in this country, but the rules vary from country to country. Innovation for a purpose has got to do with responsibility. We know that drones can be used in good ways and in bad ways. I think that part of the education should be to learn about the responsibilities that we have as citizens to work for the good of society, and then drones are such a good technology. At the same time, we know that the military industry uses drones, and they have been using drones since before the Second World War. Yeah, it's interesting. I remember in the old days I actually went to East Germany when it was still East Germany, and I was warned beforehand about all the surveillance, and was audio surveillance and was visual surveillance, etc. And so I was very aware of that, and I was very scared. So what's happening in our society now is that surveillance that in the old days people would have protested against, that is part of our everyday life, and we don't think about it. Well, I'm the project leader of a research project international, which is called Viz Media, which is about visual surveillance technologies and how they are used and ought to be used in the news media. So I'm very concerned now and very interested in mobile technologies, cell phones, and how they can be used for surveillance in good ways and in bad ways. And I'm also very interested, and I'm working on projects with surveillance cameras, surveillance in public space.